How's it going today, my friends? The build is finally here. We're gonna build a tractor cab for the 22 John Deere. Winter's coming fast. It's we're a third of the way through November now, and before we know it, there's going to be snow here in Canada. So it's supposed to be a bad winter here. So I want to make sure that I am nice and comfortable inside of a cab this year while I'm blowing snow and not exposed to the elements. So this is the machine, obviously, that if you've watched my videos, you've seen my tractor before. So recently just got my blower all painted up here a couple days ago, so it all matches, so that turned out good. So I just went down to the steel store and picked up all of the material, well, most of the materials that I need for the framing. I will take you out here in a second and show you. We'll just go over kind of the idea of what I'm doing. The romp bar is going to come off because it's in the way for me to build it properly, or the way I want to build it. So the romp bar is coming off, and then I'm going to build it out. Let me see if you can see this here. I'm going to build it out from here, and then out, up the side, across, blah blah blah, all the way across, right? So now the only tricky part is my pedals are here, and the way this hood opens, it ends up going over top of the dash. So I'm gonna have to step this up and back and then up. So I will we'll go out here and take a look at the materials that I picked up. So okay, so I picked up a 4x8 sheet, or a 4x40 inches sheet of 16th gauge steel. That's going to be the roof. And then I picked up 70 feet of 1-inch square tubing. And then I picked up a whole bunch of this 1-inch by 1/8 inch, inch and a quarter by 1/8 inch steel to go around the windows to close everything in. So there's all the materials. I got 50 feet of that stuff too. So that is pretty much most of the materials, other than bolts and that type of stuff that I'll still have to go pick up. That is generally all that I need. So, but alright, well, I'm going to get set up here and start doing some basic framework. And then once I get that done, we'll be back. So we'll see here in a few minutes. Okay, well, now I've got I got the romp bar off, the roller protection bar, and then there was the little hanger here that is for the adjustment arm for the 3-point hitch. That has to come off too. So now we're down to just the basic tractor now. Now we can actually start laying out the tubing to go down and around and everything, and I'll kind of take you through the process. I'm not going to record everything because it's just too much to try to keep going on this project and stop and record everything. So I'll just keep bringing you back throughout the process, and we'll kind of go from there. And once I get this video uploaded, you guys can let me know if you do want to see more of that stuff, like every last little part of it, or if you're happy with me just bringing you in throughout the project. So alright, well, let's get started. Okay guys, well, I've been working on the framing here. It is going to be very time consuming, so this is why I'm just bringing you in periodically and not through the entire build, because this would just take way too long to record and all of this. So what I've done is I've got the bar along the back. I removed the 2 bolts behind the seat, bolted down through into this 1-inch square tubing, then came across, and I'm building it out, as you can see. I'm building it out wider than the tractor is, because these cabs are already small enough, and I'm not a small guy. I'm 6 foot tall, and I like to have a little room when I'm inside the cab. And if I were to have built it right over top of the cab like this, then like the factory cabs come, you just lose, you know, you're losing 3 to 4 inches of space, and it's very valuable. And all I'm going to do later is fill this in with sheet metal, and that will close all that in. So later on you won't even see that. So now that I've got this, it goes down. So I've got one cut here, 22.5 degree angle, and then on both ends of these, and then straight on this, down, and then I can't remember what the angle was down there to attach, I can't remember, but and then I've got one support coming off here, drilled in, bolted in, and then up here, one drilled in and bolted in. And now I'm going to do the mirror image of this, which I have all the pieces cut already, so going to do the mirror image of this on the other side, and then we're going to have to build out for around the pedals and to come up on an angle and blah blah blah. So I got many more hours here of welding and cutting, and then we'll be back and I'll show you where I am in a little bit. Okay guys, well, I've been working for another couple hours now, and the reason it's taken so long is because I got to figure this all out. I have no diagram. This is all just, you know, figuring out step by step what I need. So now I've got, as you've seen before, all down here and across, and then now I've been working on down in here around the steps. So it's going to come out and up and then over and then up to this bar here. So then I've got this bar here and then across the front there, and it will still allow the hood to open. So now I've got to figure out my heights for here up for the roof, and I'm going to decide now if I'm going to have this part window. If I'm going to maybe put a space in here, like box this out and then have my top window, or if I'm going to run my whole window from here up. Haven't decided yet. Just ground down all the corners here so I can put these ones on that are going to go up, and we'll kind of just wing it. So I'll be back here in a little bit once I get a little bit further. Okay guys, well, I've been working now for another couple of hours. I've got all of the posts now up and leveled off. I had to fix one minor mistake that I made when I was accounting to line the front and the back up. I had the back about 1 inch too wide. I don't know how that happened, but hey, it happened. So I had to cut in the back there and weld it back together. No big deal, easy enough fixed. So right here I have the entire roof section. So I'm gonna actually record that part of it. I'm going to get it all set up in my shed, and then we'll be back. Okay, well, I got everything set up how I want it. Put the welder on here, and I got my angles in there to make sure that it's square, and then I'll just kind of work my way along. Keep in mind, I do have a really small shop, so I'm very limited on space. But doesn't mean it can't be done. Okay, well, the roof is all done finally. It took a while to get it done. Okay, so I got all of it all welded together. You've seen me do the framework of it, and then I laid the sheet down on it and tack welded it like 100 times. I don't know, it was a lot of time. Blew the breaker in my shed about 4 times, just because it's only 15 amps. So now I curled the edge over. I'm still going to go along and with a block and flatten it all out so it's a nice clean edge. But I didn't have anywhere to do it, so I did it outside. Took a hammer and bent the edge over, so when it rains and stuff, it drips past the door entrance and stuff, which was a problem that I did on my last one, and I had actually built up the whole roof system. For me, it's really not necessary to go any higher than this, and this is going to do the job. So this is going to be the end of part 1. We did get a lot of framework done. We'll take a quick look before I let you go here. But tomorrow we'll get the roof installed, and we got to go pick up some more steel and pick up a bunch more 3/4 or 1-inch square tubing. So as you can see here, we got all that done on it, right? So I got a good chunk today. I'm exhausted. It was a long day. I put about 8 hours in doing this today. So, but thanks a lot for everybody for checking this video out, and please remember to subscribe to keep updated on all these new videos. And as always, if you could click that thumbs up button, it would be greatly appreciated. Have a great day.